Well, after weeks of heavy rain and the massive floods we saw, people across central Texas are now cleaning up the debris like you just saw there. But with the ground still saturated, you may still have some threats around your house. Fox 7's Nick Spinetto is live downtown with that story. Nick?
Hey, good morning to you. And you know, the sun is beginning to shine, and during these warm months, there's nothing better sometimes than to seek some shade from a tree. But after all this wet weather we've had, sometimes these trees can pose a big problem.
The Memorial Day flood has left behind a sea of destruction and unspeakable memories.
We walk in and we look at the door, and it's just indescribable.
The Blanco River destroyed more than 1,000 homes when it flooded last week. But even those who don't live in floodplains may be at risk. Here's why.
We've got soaked ground, and some of these trees have begun to fall over. And you know, we're poised for a much bigger disaster if we start getting now the big thunderstorms with the high winds, because the ground couldn't get much more saturated.
Dave Madden, an arborist, says these recent storms can break and uproot old, large trees that have experienced drought for the past few years.
The trees do get a little more brittle in these drought periods. Now we've got this big influx of new growth, a lot of new weight on the branches, weight in the canopies, and that's putting stress on those drought-stricken branches.
So what this all means is certain trees in your yard could be a threat.
This tree is somewhat of a ticking time bomb. It's not a matter of if, but when something fails here.
Madden says it's important to inspect the trees on your property. Look for decay, fungal growth like mushrooms on or near a trunk, raised roots, cracks in the tree, dead branches.
If you have any questions at all, get an ISA certified arborist out there to assess the damage and danger potential.
And it's always important to make sure you have a certified arborist and tree removal person come to the house, because cost does vary. And speaking of cost, it's always important to do your homework before you hire someone, because you want to be cautious and aware of scammers. So make sure you do your homework before you hire someone and hand over that cash. Dave, Amanda, back to you.
All right, Nick, thank you very much.